Why do I always end like this?
Marvelous question, my friend. My fellow humans, I bid you welcome to the third and final episode of Chronicles of Wet Socks. As always, if you haven't seen the previous ones, who cares? You can start right here. Please don't click away, it hurts my retention. Long story short, I drove from Italy to Norway and now I have to close the loop. Spoiler, I smuggled a knife into the European Parliament, trespassed in a military zone in Sweden, and accidentally ended up on a list of offenders in Switzerland. Oops!
I can't say I'm a fan of mud, but if you are, oh boy, you will love Norway. Look, we have pathways covered in mud, mud covered in more mud, and even rocks floating on mud. Isn't that lovely? The ocean, so peaceful. Why is there a rib cage under the water? More weird stuff here. And this is a bone.
Choose your own adventure! You see what looks like the site of a satanic ritual. What do? A. You run away. B. You investigate... What? No! You can't drink the salty skeleton water! That's not a...
Refreshing with a strong seaweed aftertaste. 7 out of 10.
Lose weight fast with our new miracle diet. Approved by 9 scientists out of 10. I approve! And with 100% customer satisfaction, I am satisfied. Our kit of contaminated water and instant noodles will make you slim. Quick! Start the free trial today and harness the power of dysentery for weight loss. Today! What? You really think I have enough money to eat twice a day in a restaurant? In Norway?
Travel tips with Remy! Park your car in a very remote and unusual location and make fun of the locals who see your Italian license plate and visibly go, "What the fuck?" Hours of free entertainment. Speaking of cars.
Waiting for an hour. We've been waiting. I'm going insane.
Well, that was worth the wait. I love walking on precarious rocks and slippery footbridges spanning across certain death, and the pouring rain doesn't bother me one bit. After all, there is no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing.
Like the one I'm wearing right now.
But then, it got worse, because, we had to cross the Tundra.
There is no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing.
We talked about Oslo in the previous video, so let's keep it entirely. I'm just leaving here a few seconds of the view you get from the city metro.
You lucky bastards!
After Norway, my slithering friend and I headed straight into the rising sun, stopping at Örebro, Västerås, and Uppsala. Something like that. Not much to say, they are small but very pretty. Just like the receptionist of my hotel, so if you're watching...
I'm in Uppsala and I'm a little bit cold, but a guy in his 60s probably just passed me wearing just shorts and a light jacket. How is that possible? What kind of genetics do Swedes have? Oh, great! This room has 2 plugs here and... How am I supposed to use that?
But more importantly, how does this guy travel for several consecutive weeks without working? The answer is... He doesn't. And he had to stay in the smallest micro apartment ever built to get some work done. So for around a month, the routine has been wake up, work, explore. Wake up, work, explore. Wake up, work, explore. I was very tired.
I was taking a stroll because I wanted to do some night photography to a cute palace here in Stockholm, and I accidentally got into a military zone with a soldier looking at me really menacingly.
Thanks for not shooting us!
And I also accidentally got into a construction site and almost destroyed my car, so yeah, tonight was not a great night for adventuring. Let's go back home. If the car is still working. Ugh.
Allow me to put on my official travel blogger attire to bring you a new episode of Lord Broblord Reviews Travel Activities, the web series where I, Lord Broblord, review travel activities. Let's get right into it, but not before you smash that like button and obliterate the subscribe. Yeah! Stockholm Metro, love the different art style for its station. Mine had creepy ears, because I can't have nice things. Royal Palace, riktigt snyggt, triggers nationalism for a country that isn't even my own. Skansen Open Air Museum, I gave a danger noodle some screeches. 10 out of 10. Vasa Museum, that ship is huge. Swedish cuisine, the best in Northern Europe. But I decided to eat a little garbage instead. I just published 2 shorts if you are curious, links in the description. Boat trip across the archipelago. The islands are charming. Losing my fingers to frostbite is no.
Orangehuset vid vattnet, där var man tvungen att betala tull om man skulle sälja sina varor mellan 1600 och 1880.
I know you see me online and think, damn, that guy must be so freaking cool. Wishful thinking. Let's show the person behind the character. Here I am, eating salad straight from the bag, sitting on a chair in my pyjama pants, and yeah, life is good. Oh, sorry, I must have taken the wrong...
Saluton vaganto. Vi multe voyages. Ĉu vi volas ke via sorto malkaŝu?
Not really. I was looking for the bathroom.
Näin auringon laskulla puttoman valtameren hyllä. Näin sodan ja tuskan. Näin armosta putonnen herran. Hänen kruununsa on murskattu.
Oh, a prophecy! Great! Yeah. That sounds very enticing, but not really my cup of tea. By the way, what's going on with all the languages? Why do I see subtitles?
¿Aceptas la carga del destino?
Maybe later. Now I really have to pee.
All good things have an end. Only sausages have two. So the time came to leave our northern home. With heavy hearts, we headed south. But with a quick stop in Copenhagen. Because why not?
I must pet the duck. Oh, please let me pet.
They're taking a nap.
So many nights! Hey, it's me, the guy who already wasted hundreds of euros during this trip because my brain is full of squirrels. Guess what? Instead of booking the ferry from Denmark to Germany, I booked it the other way around. There is something profoundly wrong with me. After becoming the laughingstock of the entire Baltic, we reached Hamburg, where... My ears! Boats! Ships! Submarines! No, bad. Let's just talk about the metro seats that stop your blood flow and break your spine every time the train stops. And Strasbourg. Nous sommes arrivés en France, dans la ville la plus européenne du pays, where nobody speaks English because France. So you want to get inside the European Parliament? Yes, with a weapon in your backpack. What? No, I took all the knives out in the hotel. You have a knife. I can see it in the X-ray. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. I did have a knife. This tiny multi-tool I keep in my first aid kit. Luckily, the security guards were really nice and understanding, and instead of calling the police, they just agreed we are too small and cute to be a threat to international security. Ha! If only they knew. So you want to get into Switzerland? Yes. And you are from Italy? Yes. But your trunk is full of Japanese candy you bought in Norway. And bananas. Get out of the car, bitte. One very confused policeman later, we are back to walking on waterfalls. This time, the biggest one in Europe, in Schaffhausen. I cannot convey how much I wanted to jump into the water and enjoy some vigorous bubbles massage. or how much I wanted to hug the bears in the city center of Bern. As stated before, there is something wrong with me.
Moving from German Switzerland to French Switzerland, we took a stroll in the delightful Lausanne during the only sunny day we got in the entirety of November. It's called Chronicles of Wet Socks for a reason.
But if I had to pick a highlight for the entire trip back from Stockholm, it would be the CERN, the European Center for Nuclear Research. I'm a nerd, give me a break, but it's hard not to get aroused when you are walking on the biggest particle accelerator in the world. And when I say aroused, I mean it in a purely sexual way.
I don't have friends.
If you too have a kink for making small things go then bending the rules of physics in the process, go visit. It's free and super cool. Only downside, it's in Geneva. We have to talk about Geneva. What is going on there and why is everyone a lunatic? I tried to visit the Palace of the United Nations and I met the most openly hostile security in the entirety of the observable universe. I went for a walk in the city center in broad daylight and I saw people fighting and trying to punch each other over who could use the bike lane. Twice! I went to the lakeside and there were people bathing in 5 degrees and a mime stalking and terrorizing people. What is going on? Are you alright? If you need help, just ask, okay?
Hey, are you trying to avoid talking about a certain event? What are you, ashamed of yourself for being a criminal scum?
Yes, I am. I feel stupid. But okay, let's talk about that, you snake. It was very early morning and I was really sleepy and I got on the tram. Oh merde, I forgot to buy the ticket. This is not Stockholm. There is no app. Oh well, I'll get off at the next stop. I just hope there is no... Bonjour, ticket please. Oh, come on! First time in my life I travel on public transport without a ticket, 110 euros of fine and my name added to the list of law breakers. Which is fair, I didn't have a ticket and I deserve the fine, but seriously, 2 days before reaching home? At least punish me for something fun, like, I don't know, smuggling nuclear material out of CERN, which, of course, I didn't do. Final day, and some very mixed feelings, but we'll talk about them in a second. Back to France to visit Annecy and Chambéry, two wonderful little towns for sure, and a perfect send-off for this trip. It rained a lot, and I stepped into a giant puddle. And then, after 7,626.5 kilometers on the road, and probably just as many walking, home. Hundreds of days of anticipation, stress, fatigue, daily grind, all suddenly melting away. Didn't feel weird at all. What now? Well, now we can slow down for a second and express gratitude to ourselves for being determined enough to reach such an achievement. I need a bigger challenge! Oh my. Well, no spoilers, but some interesting but different challenges are already on the horizon. Until then, thank you so much for watching. It was really painful to compress so many days into less than 1 hour of content, but I hope it was worth it. And thank you so much for being part of this, here, on Instagram, everywhere. I really appreciate your support, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, take care. That was a long one. What the hell? Hi, how's it going? Listen, I need to ask you a favor. Could you go to Portugal and retrieve something for me? Why don't you go? I'm currently being held captive by the old one, and they are letting you use your phone? Ha! The power of just asking politely. So, will you do this for me? Please?
please, 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 please.
Come on, I just came back from Sweden. Okay. Fine. I will go. Just send me a map or something.
Thanks. See you as soon as I escape.
Yeah.
Bye.
Gee. Asking politely my ass.
Quando ti vedo mia bella, per me tu sei la rossa mantella, abbasso la testa e corro verso
Aia.
te.